This is Lake Como, Italy, one of the most spectacular destinations on Earth, and hidden away on its shores is a breathtaking 18th century villa that's been transformed into one of the world's most celebrated hotels. I'm going to explore this extraordinary property, I'll be trying out the food, show you my incredible room, and we'll head out onto Lake Como and check out its beauty. But can it possibly live up to the hype? I'm going to find out. And this is where I'm going to be spending the night, in this incredible hotel stroke villa. Let me show you to my room. Heading up these beautiful stairs. Obviously I will show you around the whole grounds because it is absolutely beautiful after I show you my room. Look at the entrance. Wow. What an entrance. But my room sadly isn't in there or in there. It's downstairs and to the left. Buongiorno. Here's my room. Wow, look at the key that they gave me. The 3 fishes on it. And also a pretty big information pack. Every day is a gift. You can see what's going on at the hotel. You can do a tour of the underground tunnels that they have here. More about that later on in the video. You can try some cooking, yoga, coffee making. And also a map of Lake Como. So this is where we are on the map. We'll see a little bit more of this later on in the video. The map of the hotel leading down to the lake. Wow. Pretty thick book on the spa. What I've got planned for the day. So today at 5:30 I've got a 2-hour boat tour, and then at 8:30 followed by dinner. This is pretty cool that you get all this when you arrive. Your welcome pack, so to speak. Alright, so as we first come in, we are greeted by this beautiful glass cabinet. Look at that, look at the detailing on here. And this is the minibar. Wow, look, that mirror is spotless. I'm trying not to get any fingerprints on it because I know people will moan in the comments. Look at that. I always say it's a classy place when they've got a Smeg kettle, a proper Italian coffee machine going on. Look at the cups. Some complimentary water there at the back. And there's tea and coffee. What's this? In-room dining, that's what that is. Even the fridge is pretty classy. And all of that is complimentary. And there's a couple of bottles of wine there as well. Must be the prettiest minibar I think I've ever seen. But look at this room. Now yes, it is pretty small, but wait till I tell you the price. Some of the larger rooms in here are very expensive. This room though commands one of the most epic views in the entire hotel stroke villa. The old stained mirrors, Beautiful headboard. Branding is on point. Let's start in the living room. Such a deep, wide couch. This is very comfortable. Asian-inspired coffee table. Look at that. Wow, 3 tiers as well. Some beautiful flowers. And I have got myself some champagne, some apricots, and some Italian sweets. There's also a handwritten note. It's a pleasure to have you here. We need to talk about the views because the views are insane. But first, the bedroom and this beautiful leather trunk at the end of the bed. Look at this. This is so nice. Look at the leather stitching on this. And if you're wondering what's inside, I think I pressed this. So tastefully done, right? The TV hiding in the travel trunk. Look at that. And so close to the bed so you can relax and watch a movie if you fancy it. And then when you're done, off it goes. What about the bed? Bed test. That is super comfy. I'll let you know how I sleep tomorrow, but oh, that is comfy. Branding is everywhere. It's on the pen, it's on the pencils, it's on this leather wallet as well, on the notepad. Because of copyright, I can't show you this, but when I walked in, there was classical music playing, which I can adjust here and change tracks. But as lovely as the hotel is, there is some ugly bits, as you can see there. I don't know what's been bashed around there. What's this? Little writing set. If you can take that with you. Oh no, I've got fingerprints. All right, let's talk about the view because this is everything you can imagine it can be. Look at the view across the pool and across to Lake Como. The only thing that ruins it at the minute, unfortunately, is they're doing some work over there and that's crane. But I mean, we'll check out the gardens in a little bit, but look at that. Now let me show you into the bathroom. Before I do that, into the closet, wardrobe space. First time I've seen that, like a leather badge on the hangers. Very nice. The safe, gold looking safe. Look at that, I love the lighting in here. But wait till you see the bathroom behind this door. I mean, I was shocked to the size of it. Check it out. Wow. This is really nice. I mean, look at the marble floor. A huge bath for at least 2 people with all your products by the side. Just drink in that view. Look at that. Onto the courtyard. Everything is big in here. The bath, the sinks, but the toilet looks very small, and so does the bidet. I mean, bidets are small, no, but that's very, very, very small. First time I've seen that, and I'm sorry this is quite gross, but look, branding on the toilet. How do I get that light to work? There must be an extra light switch in here. I'm trying to find it. Is it this? Ah, there it is. I forgot what they call that, but that is very expensive glass around the lights. I mean, look at this mirror, how it's been molded all the way around. That is so gorgeous. The only thing that lets it down in here, considering everything is so beautiful, is there is some really dirty marks just there. And you can see where people have smashed this into the wall. Quite surprised about that with everything else being so beautiful. Aqua Como. Body lotion. Tissues? Oh no, hairbrush. More products on the sink. There's hand cream. Is that perfume? I think so, yeah. But let's talk about the shower. This is a big one. This is really big. I don't know whether the camera does this justice, so I will give you the count in a second, but This is very nice. Look at that, the way they're all laid out. Everything is polished to perfection. At a push, I'm gonna go for around about 8 people in here because this is one big shower. Look at the branding on the towels as well. Very nice. I know people moan at me in the comments about this, but I love it when a hotel does the branding right. The branding on everything, even, of course, on the dressing gowns and on the slippers. Okay, so I'm gonna have a look around the hotel, but the first thing that I need to do is I need to change because it's around about 32 degrees outside and I'm gonna be sweating in this shirt and trousers. So I'm gonna change, we'll check out the rest of the hotel. And of course, we've got a very special boat trip planned later around about 5:30. And then of course we'll go and check out dinner. I want to say a massive thank you to today's video sponsor, Saily. I travel a lot. The worst thing about it is sorting out mobile phone costs and SIM cards when I arrive in a new destination. I've got something that will save you time, stress, and money. It's called Saily. It's a super easy eSIM app that connects you to over 190 countries without messing around trying to find a physical SIM or dealing with roaming costs. What I love about the app is you only need to download it once, then just update your plan when you travel into a new country. You don't have to worry about those SIM cards when you arrive to a new destination, people handing you things. All you have to do is open up the app, pick your plan, and you're online straight away. And here's an extra, get 15% off your data plan just by downloading the app. Use the link in the description, scan this QR code on the screen now, and use my code TIM. It's pretty simple. That's much better. Now the rooms have air conditioning, but the rest of the villa doesn't, so it is very warm, hence why I've changed. Let's go have a look around. I thought I'd use the stairs rather than the lift. Look at the bar. I'll definitely have to come down here for a drink later. That's very expensive cognac. I'm really surprised they've just got it there. Like anybody could just take it and run out the door. But it's not that kind of place. So I'm in the courtyard, back of the villa. I think they do some flower arranging out here, or they make up all the flowers. All these are more rooms that you can stay in. I chose to stay in the main villa because it does have the best views. I'm just going to go and have a look at the front of the property where I pulled up a few moments ago in a car, where you get to see the first glimpses of the hotel. Everywhere you look, it's just so pretty. And I was a little bit confused when I pulled up because I was like, it looks like a castle from the very front. Get out here to have a photo. I don't know if I'll be able to get back in. It's actually locked, I can't get out. Oh well, security. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno signore.
Hello. Yeah, good, thank you. Nice place for a spot of lunch or maybe dinner later. Just drink in that view, overlooking the pool. So the grounds are pretty big, and there's two ways you can get around, on a buggy or you can walk it. Obviously walking back up is going to be quite tough because it's really hot. But it's actually layered down towards the lake. just before we go down there, just want to have a look up here. I think it's the same that we just saw, maybe something slightly different. Another place to get lunch. Lovely view. Again, it's a shame they're doing building work there because that crane just ruins it. And so does the building work actually. But try not to think about that. Let's go enjoy these gardens. I like the way they've got little cushions out on the steps just to sit out here and enjoy the view. Love this little Italian car, look at that. This is just for show. You can get around on the buggies. Look at this. Someone would tell me in the comments what they call these little Italian cars. Look at that with a little picnic basket on the side. Love the colour. Ciao! This is actually electric. Sitting on these wicker chairs though, not the most comfortable. Definitely going to be easier to come up here by buggy rather than walking this. Don't think they should have left that there. Luckily there's no kids around to pick that up. Let's go and have a look at the tennis courts. Bit too hot for tennis today, nobody's playing. They've got drinks out here. Yes, they've got complimentary water. They've got the tennis balls. But where'd you get the rackets from? There. Do you know what? I haven't played tennis since I was a kid. Don't you supposed to do it two hands? Hey! No, I'll give up. Oh wow, it's a greenhouse, but it's air conditioned, so it's really nice and cool. There's nobody in here, they're all enjoying the pool. Really nice. We've got a bar that will bring you your drinks. And some gelato. Unless I'm mistaken, there are no sunbeds available. Bit rubbish that. Oh, hang on a second. There is some, but they're in the shade. Branding on the beach towels as well, look at that. Oh, that's nice and cold. So I've got this boat trip that I've booked, and you might be shocked about the price, because I certainly was. And I've also got dinner, which I had to reserve ahead of time, and I'm going to squeeze all that in the next couple of hours pretty much. So I've got about half an hour till the boat trip. I'm going to have a quick swim. Thank you.
This way, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Down there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a boat coming, sir? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Let's
So just
start.
go down there. Someone will be there, will they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you organized the boat with us, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know the
5:30.
name? 5:30, beautiful. Okay.
Tim.
Yeah, good.
Nice to meet you.
I will be your captain.
Ah, thank you very much.
I see you are well equipped. How is the X5 going?
Thank you very much.
There's a first step and another step.
Great.
We are here in Montrasio. In
Yeah.
this direction we have Como. See here the lake is closed. The best part of the lake is this one here with Isola Comacina is the only island we have on the lake.
Okay.
Here we have Villa Balbianello and Villa La Castinella, are two famous villas here on the lake. And Tremezzo, where there is a sister road of Passalacqua. And if you have time, maybe we can go to see Bellagio by boat.
Okay. Yeah, sounds great. Of course, I can't come to Lake Como without going on the actual lake. And it is absolutely huge. The boat trips that you can do last 3 hours or 2 hours. This one is 2 hours. And like I say, they'll take me anywhere I want. I don't really know where I'm going. So my guide is just going to take me around some spots. How much do you think this costs for 2 hours? I'll let you know in a little bit. Nice boat seating area. Brandy from the hotel on the towels.
Here we are in the town of Laglio, and this is George Clooney's house, Villa Oleandra, the main house, and that is the guest house, Villa Margherita.
Is he there a lot? Have you seen him? You've never seen him? He probably has many houses.
And he owns all of this garden.
The boat that just went past, obviously I'm not going to show it, but he was completely naked. Is that something that happens a lot on Lake Como? People in their boats just driving around naked. You get some people with the small boats, some people with the big boats. This one's really nice. But if you want, we can stop off and have a swim. There's some steps down there. We're going to go and see the only island on Lake Como. So she just told me that one of those houses over there went for 60 million euros. 60 million. Houses further up, well, they're a bit cheaper. A lot of these houses look pretty old, because if they ever want to do any work, they have to bring building materials by special boat, or they have to helicopter it in, because apparently the road is so small they wouldn't get trucks on it here. We're there. So to the north. All right, wow. Well, definitely was an experience. I couldn't come all the way to Lake Como without actually going on Lake Como. However, the boat trip was a little bit expensive, to say the least. The guide was pretty good. She was telling me about all the sites and all the famous houses. There were complimentary drinks. I could have wine, could have had a beer. I decided to go for a Coke because I am going to go for some wine tonight. It cost 900 euros for 2 hours. There is another boat trip that you can do with a not so sexy boat, apparently, for 800 euros. And 800 was the lowest, so I thought, well, might as well go that extra 100 euros and get the better boat. It did have a toilet on board as well, but was it worth the money? Not really. Anyway, I'm gonna go and get changed. Let's see what dinner is like. Did you know this was voted the world's best hotel back in 2023? I'm so paranoid about knocking over one of these vases that are all over the hotel. They might be really expensive. The hotel is pretty busy, so let's see if there is actually any room at the bar. Look at this, look. There's like a little gift shop. Look at that, you can actually buy plates and the cups from the room, the hotel. Caps, the pens, even swimming shorts, bags, even a suitcase. I'm not quite sure where the restaurant is or where you can have a drink. That's lovely warm evening. Just thought I'd enjoy a glass of wine before I went to dinner. Have no idea how much this is yet. This is quite a nice place though. They do pizza here and some snacks, and it's a nice place to enjoy looking at the lake. Taking the wine with me because I've got a dinner reservation for 8 o'clock. Do you know what? I still can't get over the boat trip. 900 euros. It's almost like you're paying for the name because you're on Lake Como and you're in Italy and it's a boat trip. Do you know what I mean? That's what it feels like. Anyway, the restaurant is just in there. I think it's in there. We'll go this way. Wow, look at the ceiling. This is very grand. Is the restaurant in here then? I think this is obviously where breakfast might be in the morning. This will be fine.
This one?
Yeah, lovely. Thank you so much. Wow, look at the plates. I love the table lights. So, let's have a look at the menu. Langoustine, lobster, puff pastry with caviar, watermelon carpaccio with olives and capers. So there's like a set menu you can go for, I think. And you can just do a la carte however you want. But you might say, I'm in Italy, go for some pasta. Apparently the risotto here is really nice. I'd say I'm a fan of that. Onion brew. Well, that's a first. They whipped the local butter at the table. I decided not to go for the lobster in the end because they said it was a whole lobster and I thought that'd be way too much for my starter, so I went for the watermelon instead. Ultra cold cottage cheese, capers in there as well. Wow, that is a really nice. There's what looks like some kind of olive oil on there as well. Flavours. Never thought that would be that good. It's got consistency of ham. It's weird, it's messing with my senses. It's like it's ham and mozzarella, but it's watermelon and cottage cheese. It's really good. Hello.
Your tagliolino with the caviar.
Thank you.
And I will finish with a lemon butter sauce.
Yeah, it was a good 15-minute wait. It is quite busy though, but wow, that smells amazing. It looks amazing. I've never had caviar on pasta before. Let's give this a try. Caviar with pasta. Oh wow, pasta is so light. The buttery sauce and the saltiness of the caviar. Never thought about mixing the two. That's nice. She's playing the theme tune to Happy Days. That's so random. Well, I've never had caviar and pasta like that before. It was very rich, very salty, obviously, which means I had no room for dessert. But they did offer me some complimentary chocolates at the end, which was quite nice. So the dinner came up to a grand total of 167 euros, which is quite pricey. One thing that's really annoying is the water costs 12 euros. The same water that you get in the room for free. Yet when you have it downstairs, you have to pay for it. They've also done turn down service. They've given me a menu on the bed for breakfast and they've given me a few treats to enjoy before bed. Anyway, the view is spectacular at night. I'm gonna go and try that bath and I'll see you in the morning for breakfast, and we'll also check out the spa and the tunnels that lead to the indoor pool. I'll see you in the morning. Night. I loved where the hot food was the kitchen where they serve you your a la carte breakfast as well. So you go in there, choose your buffet food, but also right in the middle of it was a working kitchen. Beautiful view for breakfast. Again, shame about the crane. Love the glasses. Fresh orange juice, that's nice. Best way to eat this is to mix it all together. The cheese does give it a kick. That's really nice. After breakfast, I went down into the 18th century underground network, originally built by the owner to move goods silently from the lake straight to the villa. These carved stone passages now lead guests into the subterranean pool, which is also housed in one of the old greenhouses or verandas. You can also do tours of these tunnels. They operate around about late morning and they walk you all the way down to the lake and back. And of course, hidden under here is a luxury secret spa with steam, sauna and a refreshing ice bath. Let's check out some of the gardens I didn't see yesterday and also a nice bar. Wow. So there is a couple of rooms actually, there and there, and then there's the bar upstairs. Beautiful view of the lake. What a view for breakfast. It was really nice. However, there did seem to be quite a wait for breakfast actually, even though there's not that many people having it right now. Like there was quite a wait for dinner last night. But the food has been exceptional. It's been really good. And last night's dinner, I said, obviously came to 155 euros. How much did I pay for my room in this very exclusive and beautiful hotel? The price came out to an exact 5,000 euros for one night. At least the minibar was included for that price. It's a very expensive hotel. It's a very exclusive hotel. So because it's on Lake Como, it does command that price. I mean, obviously this is high season as well, but the boat trip, 900 euros, really I don't think was worth the price. Yes, they were very nice boats that you went out on. The tour was private. You could go anywhere you want and you could stop off and get a drink and come back, but obviously you've only got a small window with 2 hours. And yes, the guide was great. She showed me some amazing places, Bellagio, for example, and some of the history of the lake. I don't know whether it justifies 900 euros though. You could get drinks on there, wine, alcohol. I mean, I should have took more advantage and had loads of alcohol. I should have necked it. The glass of wine that I had last night before dinner came to 12 euros. So all in all, pretty much 6,500 euros for my one night stay. It is like being in a movie and it's everything that you can imagine Lake Como would be. Obviously that 5,000 euros is for 2 people. There was a VAT charge on the bill as well, which roughly came out to around about 300 and something euros. There was a problem with ratio of sunbeds to people staying in the hotel, but just after I finished filming, people came down to try and get a sunbed and there wasn't any free. Luckily, I was going anyway, so they had mine. I don't know if you noticed, there was also quite a big Asian influence in the room. The bathroom was incredible. The bed was super comfortable. There's only about 20 rooms here, so it does feel very private. I really like the way they've got the veranda stroke greenhouse into a swimming pool and into a lounge, all in air conditioned as well, which is quite nice. The staff were great. Even just sitting in here, one of the gentlemen just came up to me and asked me if I wanted a drink, if I was okay, and the smell of the lilies. If only this was smell-o-vision though, because the smell of the fresh flowers everywhere in the hotel was amazing. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you want to see more of Italy, check out Venice up here, or Rome just here. Give the video a thumbs up, hit subscribe. I'll see you next time.